guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Welcome, welcome. Can you hear everything okay? Can you see everything okay? Just want to make sure everything is looking good, sounding good. We're going to get this show on the road. We're getting right into it. Bitcoin is pumping back up to its previous resistance level, which was at that $65,000 level. So we are going to get into that, guys. But welcome to the show. Welcome all the new viewers. Welcome all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. We do our best to give you the updated crypto news and everything that is crypto that's happening right now, whether it be the new narratives, and we try and follow the trend as best as possible. So guys, welcome. Do me a favor and smash the like button before we get started, because that helps push the stream out and lets YouTube know that you indeed like the content. And it also helps with your own algorithm as well. All right, so let's get the shilling out of the way. Let's make sure we're using all the links in the description, and you guys are in the Discord, joining the Discord, and you guys need to make sure you are communicating with each other so then you know who is in the Dano Dojo crew. That is the best way that we can build up this awesome community of like-minded crypto investors, and I think it's a really cool thing. It's a really cool thing. So we're gonna continue that trend. We just want to remind you guys that we are going to be at the Bitcoin conference, and we'll be there all 3 days, and we are going to have all kinds of opportunities to meet people, do some interviews, shoot content. Meet new brands, new companies, and just be where the action is. You have to be where the action is in whatever industry you're in. So that is why we will be there. So if you see me there, please come up and say hi. And I would love to get to know you guys, and it would be cool to know that we have friends from around the world. So it'd be super cool. It's going to be super fun. And so if you haven't already, please follow me on x.com, which is at DanoCrypto904. And just to remind you guys, we do go live Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is right now about 11:35. And we go live at 8 p.m. as well, because a lot of the times we decide, the market gets a little spicy getting towards those Asian open hours, and a lot of the times the market gets a little spicy, and also news breaks throughout the day, and new things develop. So we like to do a second stream for people that are in different time zones, different time frames, and it's been going well so far. But the only thing is you got to test it, you got to do it. But make sure you guys are following me here. You'll get the quickest updates, and also you really want to be going to my website as well at it's danielcurtishughes.com, and let me see if I have a link going to the website here. I should have one. Here. Here we go. Here's one going to the website. Let's check it out. So if you go to danielcurtishughes.com, you'll see we have the PONKE version. Yo, what's going on? GM. Hope everyone's feeling well. Shout out to X Adam. Hope everyone's doing well. And we just want to let you know you can get Crypto Bubbles updates on danielcurtishughes.com. And also, if you want to join the mailing list, you just go down here and you, on the subscribe portion, put your name, your email address, and I promise we won't solicit your information or anything like that, or solicit your email, only besides me sending you an email. But what we're going to do here is, once we have, gathered up a bulk of emails, we are starting our weekly newsletter. And it's just going to be, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's a newsletter that is just going to have little gems, little, coins that we've been tracking, maybe something that we haven't mentioned on our videos, but you'll only get access to this information in the email in the newsletter. So make sure you guys are signing up for this, and I'll just put a link in the description for the chat, so you guys can get right into it. And also, being a part of this mailing list, you will get the first news break of anything that I'm doing or that I'm launching or anything that I'm involved with. Like, you guys will know first. So you'll know before any YouTube or X or anything like that. So But super cool. All right, so let's check out the bubbles. Let's check out the bubbles on the hourly. It looks like because Bitcoin is getting that nice pump up to that last resistance level, and we mentioned that we're having, I think right now is we could be getting a supply crunch up to the upside to maybe even break all-time highs in the next like week or so. I don't know why, but I feel it. And what's so interesting is that it could be lining up with the call that I made almost 2 weeks ago, where I said we're gonna break all-time high in 2 weeks. And if you look at the date of how many days ago it was probably like 13 days ago. So I still have some days left to be able to see if my call actually makes it. But let's see. Well, it'd be pretty awesome if it does. And if that is the case, that we're seeing Bitcoin just run out, it's drying up at all these places that people used to get their cheap Bitcoin. Well, there's no more quote cheap Bitcoin at a discount anymore. It's every man for himself. It's whoever's going to scoop up the most Bitcoin right now on the lows is the winner. That's the game that we're playing right now. That's the game that BlackRock's playing. That's the game that Michael Saylor's playing. That's the game that people like Michael Dell are about to enter in that game and basically probably crush Michael Saylor's hopes of being the one that is going to have the space station up in, up above in the Bitcoin station with a you never sell your Bitcoin in the window as the decal. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty bullish. I'm feeling pretty bullish. All right, so we're going to run down the tweets real quick. Okay, so we have some bullish news right now. We have some bullish news. So we're going to go run through the news, and then we're going to go into the charts. We'll go into a section that will help you for altcoin summer and altcoin season. We're going to have another pre-testing of altcoin summer. And we're going to have the altcoin season actually really ramping up in the first quarter and the last quarter of this year, like December, because I think that's when we're going to see $125,000, possibly $150,000 per Bitcoin at that time, because that lines up with the supply crunch and the supplies just running out. Okay, supply crunch, it can happen. And it historically happens on the halving a year after. So all of these metrics and data are lining up in the thesis of a good time to start thinking about taking profits is around that time. Not now, not like in 2 months, not in 3 months, not in 4 months. No, like you could take profits on the way up. You have that DCA strategy. You DCA in, you DCA out. But man, I would love to see what happens when the market starts to really cook. I mean, talking cooking with gas on the stove with the wok, heat up, stir fry. Like that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Okay, that's what I want to see. All right, so people who bought Bitcoin during the last week's dip. That's kind of how you feel. That's how people feel. And then this is really interesting. We have a giant Bitcoin logo projected onto Germany's tallest tower. All the while they had been selling. So I'm sure they're buying back. I mean, they're going to buy. They're going to buy. But it's so interesting. I wonder why they were selling so much. And then this is interesting too. Here, we're going to watch this little clip here.
Why do people love Bitcoin? Why do they love crypto? Well, I got to tell you something. 28% of young folks say they want it, and I'll tell you why. Going back to 2013, the number one asset, the number one performing asset, Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. How much? How about 315,000%? 315,000%. Why do people love Bitcoin? Why do they love crypto? Well, I got to tell you something. 28% of young folks say they want it, and I'll tell you why. Going back to 2013, the number one asset, the number one performing asset, Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. How much? How about 315,000%. 300.
The SPX 6900 will outperform. Wait a second. Are you talking about the meme coin, the SPX 6900? Hold on. I know what you're talking about. Hold on. I know exactly what you're talking about. If I bet, is it? I have to go to Morales Money. Let's pull up Morales Money right now, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, we were seeing this all over on Morales Money for the longest time. We were seeing this. So how has this been doing? How has this been doing? Okay, it's had some tests up to these levels, decent tests up to those levels. Yeah, we remember this token. This is one of those tokens that had been in the pool of memes that kind of came. This was last year. Yeah, this was last year, about August. We remember seeing this. Man, it's so crazy. And look at that. About 1,000% from this test of support here. You catch it at its all-time high, 873% move to the upside. Thanks for reminding me about this token, because this token also came out, I think, around the same time that Wojak came out. If you look at Wojak, and Wojak actually just recently pumped too, like pretty hard. We don't want to forget about Wojak. Let's go to its inception. And it was it around April, May? Yeah, almost around the same time. It was actually before. It was actually pre. It was in May, April, May had that pump, and then really started to pump around this time, because this is when Pepe was spurring the craze. Pepe started to get some traction, and this kind of is what a lot of these tokens are, what spurred that initial movement of boredom out of crypto Twitter, because people were tired of NFT. You know, the NFTs. It was kind of like an NFT downturn. People were just not, and then they just got bored, and then they went into the memes. And now we're seeing that the memes are one of the top narratives that even whales are trading on now, because they realize the potential of the onboarding effect of what memes can do. Because just like Dogecoin, just like Shiba Inu, just like I would have just mentioned just those specific coins. And BONK too, BONK for Solana. Now PONKE. Social media metrics are insane for PONKE. Now, whales are the trigger factor for learning about the trend and the narrative, which is the memes. That is going to be the onboarder. That's why they're buying up so much memes now. This isn't retail and regular people buying memes. Okay? So this is what you have to understand, is when we start to actually see FOMO into the market, we start to see traction into the market, this is what's going to happen, is that people are going to go to Coinbase, and they're going to, and yeah, MOG, good mention, because yeah, MOG has actually been doing really well. MOG has actually been, I've been kind of, because you can't go into everything. I have my picks. You guys know my picks. I mean, you know my Ethereum picks. I can't spread out my Ethereum picks too thin. I already have Pepe, PEIPEI. I have Kendu Inu. There's Harry Potter, Sonic Obama 10 Inu. I can't spread them. I can't buy everything, guys. I'm super bullish on Shiba Inu too. And MOG, MOG has had some traction, but the market cap though, the market cap is actually getting pretty close to a billion. Could be pretty close to a billion. But there's so much speculation on Brett, for instance, Brett being the official mascot for the Coinbase base chain. You guys got to remember, if you're unfamiliar with this at all and you want to learn about it, just know that Coinbase one of the biggest exchanges in the world that also operates in the United States, but also has Coinbase International, okay, has a smart wallet. They have the Coinbase wallet. Okay, so what they have done is they have created a layer 2 network that runs off the Ethereum blockchain, but it uses Optimism, and it also, I don't know if it uses Arbitrum, but I think it uses mostly Optimism as a stack. So then there is no base coin. Okay, so what is going to be the pick as the runner, as the onboarder for people to start using Base and getting cheaper fees? And also they're buying Ethereum. You have to have Ethereum to do the transaction, or you do it with a stable coin, whatever you want to do, USDC. But either way, you're on the Base chain, and so. This is why I'm so bullish, honestly, on bread, and why I think the speculation of what I'm getting to here is that it could go to a $20 billion market cap. It could get to something like what Doge is sitting at right now at an $18 billion market cap. Because people are going to just naturally, because if they have $50, $100, just a couple of $100, and they know they can get more Brett or said more Doge or Shiba Inu or Pepe or Floki or BONKE with their money, they're going to pick that. It is psychology. This is how it works. And this is how the market now is starting to switch into having these characters and these things as narratives to get you into crypto, then to eventually buy Solana and Ethereum and Bitcoin and all of the blue chips. Okay? This is how the game works, and this is how we're going into this bull run with this strategy. To just make it simple, don't spread it too thin. This doesn't have to be your particular strategy, but you can at least maybe take pieces of it and build your own. So that's fun. That's funny. Speaking of waffles, we had where did we have the waffles? We had the waffles. Where was it? Where did it go? Let's check waffles real quick. All right, the liquidity's almost at $1 million. The market cap is at 23 million, so still fairly low market cap. But what's interesting about this project is that the team is actually being really cool. They're working with DaVinci now. I think before, like, the token, it wasn't launched by DaVinci. You know, a lot of these tokens are I think mostly community launched tokens, and then DaVinci kind of decided, okay, well, this is a good team, and then we'll work with them. But they have a swap, and they're doing some interesting stuff. So it'd be safe to say that I would probably watch waffles and keep it on the radar, just for the fact that if DaVinci is giving it its support and he's trusting the team with doing things and maybe affiliating them with possible meetups and stuff like that for the future, then yeah, could be something to look out for. And then also, if you had been watching DaVinci's content and also Mr. M, they had been mentioning about this token orc, and there's like this kind of competition, between the peons and the orcs. And but either way, I think what ended up being kind of the outlier here is the orc coin. It's at a really low market cap, $3 million market cap. And a lot of the times when you find these tokens like this, at below a $10 million market cap, the key and the goal with playing this game in the meme space is that what is your plan? What's your plan? Like, are you going in as a potential long-term holder to kind of see the time outward trajectory? Or are you say, okay, I'm just going to speculate. I'm going to take out my initial profit and investment and then just see what happens and let the rest ride. And so you have to make that decision for yourself. And you also can maybe say, all right, I'm just going to have a degen play and I'm going to build up this wallet. This will be a separate wallet, and I'll just put it, set it, forget it. And you don't even try and play the game of trading and kind of going in and out, and you try and get for max gains. Because actually, that game that has been played with other people and whales in the space, like for instance, you think Shibtoshi, got into SHIB like super early. And then you can think about countless other people that got into Dogecoin early and were able to hold and not sell through all of the, FUD of the market and all of just the things that can happen whilst holding an investment. And it's one of the hardest things to do is to have that conviction with your plan. So, I'm curious to see with coins that have been at least mentioned and doing some and with these low market caps, because we've mentioned something that was at a pretty decent low market cap and ended up going crazy. I mean, we mentioned Brett at a pretty low market cap around the beginning of March this year, and sadly, we weren't even bullish enough. We even got distracted and got kind of fudded with being on. And honestly, I'll tell you what, being on crypto Twitter too much, man, will get you so freaking distracted. And yo, shout out to Jason Beats. What is going on? And shout out to Shooty Mac. I like that name, Shooty Mac. And Dead Trades. Shout out to Dead Trades. Shout out to all the people that are watching. Thank you so much. All right, so. Yeah, I guess this is long-winded to tell you guys that you kind of do have to have a bigger long-term strategy of taking profits. Like I have one on this one. Like for instance, DOOGLE is a low market cap coin that I am currently speculating into because it's part of the trend that I'm already trading on and that I'm wanting to hold into max profits is the Matt Fuhrer character tokens, which I'm invested in, Pepe. I'm invested in PEIPEI, I'm invested in Brett, and I'm invested in PONKE. And then I'm testing out this one as a parallel trade narrative to see if it can get up to what these other Matt Fuhrer tokens have done, which have done so well. So if this one can also get that momentum, just like how PEIPEI just did, just like very, very great metrics in terms of when it started and how it's going. And so, but I want to see max gains. So we're testing the waters, and we're going to just, put our money where our mouth is and also not get shaken out by the short-term GDiness that is also so rampant on Solana. We are going to just... We're doing this as a nice experiment, and honestly, it shouldn't even be an experiment. It should just be a mindset of investing, so then we can get out of the casino a little bit. Now, if you agree with me, you can put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, and you just want to be an absolute DJ and go in and out, put a 2, because you can be honest. It's okay. It's okay. You can be honest with your old boy Dano Crypto here, because we try and be as honest as we can be with you guys and transparent of just like the mistakes that we've made and the lessons that we've learned by doing that, by getting distracted, by going in and out too much, by possibly trading too much. There's always these things that can happen, and it's just until you do it, until you start to kind of recognize those things, you analyze it, and luckily we do go in cycles. Nothing goes up forever. We do have consolidation. But Crypto Naughty, of course, Crypto Naughty said, in and out sounds kind of fun though. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. And that all really, it just all depends on what your plan is. What is your strategy? If that's your strategy, then that's the game you're playing. Then this isn't financial advice, not financial advice at all. It's just kind of a perspective of how you could do this in and out game. Like a lot of the times I've just noticed that because not everyone's going to be successful at doing it, because you have to beat the insiders. If you're not an insider already and you didn't get early access, it's game on. Now you're trading against insiders, which are there. They are there. So it's like that's the game that you're playing. So if you want to play that game, you have to be quick, you have to be fast, you have to be on the draw, and you have to know that, like, you can't waste any time. You can't have any emotions come into play. It's just done. You doubled your soul, you tripled your soul, you get in and out. I could have done that with DOOGLE already. I could have already pulled 2 soul out of DOOGLE when it just topped out, but I didn't do it. I want to just keep my original entry, and I'm going to just see what happens, and I'll even DCA into it. That's funny. Nice. Yeah, but some people have their cool strategies that they've done. I mean, I've missed, so getting into NFTs, I'll tell you, like, getting into NFTs, if you guys are in the Discord, you'll see my profile picture and what it looks like. It looks like this. It's like a zombie. Billionaire Zombies Club. It was on Polygon. And so that NFT, this NFT that I have as my profile picture, I have it as my profile picture because it is indeed my first NFT purchase of trying to test out that market. And I learned a lot of lessons there. I learned a lot of lessons of when you should take profits, when you should take advantage of the opportunities that are there once something like that is picking up traction. And I mean, we got like airdropped a token. It was valued, and then and just per what the NFT market did, it's really interesting because you could have done a really good job in the NFT market by doing taking advantage of the airdrops and then going into other projects maybe, and then also maybe you're like, okay, I really like this and I'm going to hold it, but then that's just also, it is a risk. So I want to stress, too, that what I'm saying, it's not like foolproof. It's not guaranteed. Even you can have a strategy and a plan all you want, and doesn't mean it's going to 100% work out. You have to have everything on the table and have really no expectations, but be neutral and know when to be like, know when to pivot. Also know when to pivot. Yeah, I mean... the NFTs get made fun of, I think, the most out of what something would be considered crypto utility. It's neither here or there, I guess. All right, so yeah, we want to mention again the exchange is expected to run out of Bitcoin 9 months after having BYBIT reports. Strategy in crypto is called luck, isn't it? No, I wouldn't say it's luck, because if you do enough research and you do enough... Like, think about, you think it's luck that BlackRock, just, like, picked the perfect time to start researching Bitcoin and all that? No, like, they've been watching it. They've been, the people that are smart in finances, they're not lucky. They see what is emerging. They see where we're going in this world, and it's digital. And what better digital framework to go into than Bitcoin? So they're loading up. So that's not luck. But what we can do is eliminate that luck, and we can say, okay, I'm going to go down this list, and we'll go down just a real short list real quick here. We'll go to, it was the watch list, and we had the 2024 banger list. That could be, it could have, I'm telling you, and it doesn't, like, even, I'm going to take this one out because I don't even, that's, I would make the list short. Make it fairly short because you can get right to the point. Okay, so I wouldn't call this strategy luck. I would say this is going off narratives that are operating right now. You got the Chinese, in all-in-one token, you could bet and speculate on the Chinese crypto unbanning, that they'll buy the crap out of this token. And then PONKE has had such a good side parallel momentum in terms of its social media metrics and its postings and the people that get eyes on PONKE and the memes that it does and the trading volume. And then this is a meme on Solana. So then you think, okay, Solana, the DEXs, people have to use DEXs on Solana. So look, Radium and Orca. And then you could add Jupiter to that list. And then people start to realize that, man, I can do a lot with DeFi. I could do a lot with DeFi. And you start getting into Stargate Finance. And you're like, whoa, okay, I can even use all these different chains on here. Oh, what's Metis? Oh, I can use Metis on Stargate Finance. And then you start going into Metis. And you realize that that's an amazing layer 2 that's actually done really, really well and is trading on a lot of major exchanges and actually gets good volume when Ethereum does well. Oh, and then you start to realize, oh, I forgot about Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum ETF is going to be coming up. It's not luck. This is called strategy, and it's called knowing your narrative and knowing the things that big money's going into. It's not a coincidence or anything that Ethereum is an altcoin for the first time getting an ETF, exchange traded fund on the stock market, and big money is going into it. They're going to start learning about DeFi, and then what do you know? They're going to start using Solana. They're going to start going down the list. And look, this, even just all these coins can cover the entire narrative of what's happening right now. You got Pepe, PEIPEI, Brett, and then you have some gaming in here. I forgot to put Medieval Empires in here, but you got Nakamoto Games. You have the Vulcan Forged ecosystem, PYR, that has an entire ecosystem all in there. Same with Nakamoto Games. DPIN, Geo mining data, stuff like that, XYO. That's not the only one, but it's an Oracle type project. And then caveat that with Chainlink, helping with real world assets tokenization. Then you have Avalanche going into crypto gaming, also has its own meme coin community and narrative. Then you got the OG Dogecoin. Yeah, Crypto Naughty makes a good point though. If you buy something like doo whatever Inu and it pops hard, now that's luck. Yeah, I would consider that some luck. I would consider, yeah, maybe even luck that the guy that sold the Rock NFT for like millions of dollars of ETH. It's pretty lucky as well. I want some of that. I want some of that luck. Okay, so then go as far as, okay, I want to research into the Bitcoin layer 2 narrative. You could just do 3 tokens. Thorchain, Ordi, and Stacks. There you go. But you could go deeper. But then you could think, okay, if Bitcoin is going to go to $150,000 and Stacks is doing things and Ordi is doing things on Bitcoin, what do you think is going to happen with those? Ethereum does well. And then you got things like Phantom that did amazing in the previous cycle. I'm keeping that on the radar. So I'm keeping it very simple. I don't want to get spread too thin. And this is just still a very short list of tokens. There's really not that many tokens in here. 29 tokens total. And you can even narrow it down to 10 maybe you can even narrow it down to 8 tokens, but maybe go 10, 15 tokens and just start doing your research from there. Start getting money into the chains and then go below the chains. And then I've mentioned Polygon before. Polygon provides so much liquidity for tokens like Chainlink and also like Render, all types of other tokens that can be provided liquidity on Polygon. Makes it really easy to operate out of centralized exchanges and go completely DeFi. And have 8 tokens that you're trading and hold all on just the Polygon network. There's so many different things that you can do, guys. People a lot of the times that are new in crypto ask the question, well, how do you get your crypto like in and out? Like, how do you even do, like, what's the, why, you know, and just start, you can even just start with Polygon and you'll learn so much. Stable coins, you'll learn about stable coins, which networks support what stable coins, and, you know, just all that stuff. The stablecoin market is going to get wild too. You know, it's going to be really important to have a stable stablecoin market and know which chains and what things that you can use, you know. Learning about Tron, learning about USDT, like where you're going to send your USDT, like all that stuff. Oh, man. You go deep. But try and just keep it simple. Keep it simple. You can still trade on the narrative of memes by just going into the ones that are strong. I feel like that is less of a gamble. And if I could bet that Brett is going to be that mascot for Base and Coinbase, it is a low base case scenario, pun intended, that it would go to $20 billion market cap. It's definitely possible. It's for sure possible. All right, we want to speaking of that, we need to check on our trade. Nice. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, guys. All right. We were like, we saw that print on the green dot here, and we put in the trade on Brett. We're looking at that 15 cent territory at the top of the band. We got a little bit of rejection here, but since we were yapping our trap, but we might scoop off some profits here, get a break even, take profit, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, amazing. All right. Well, we're going to deal with that, and we are going to see you guys on the next live stream. Hopefully, yeah, you'll come back at 8 o'clock, and we're going to go into some crypto gaming. We're going to still talk about these narratives and these tokens. And guys, thanks for tuning in to these live streams and coming and giving me your support, your eyes, ears, whatever you're giving me. Really do appreciate it because I know your time is valuable. And all I ask is that you guys hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, and you leave a comment down below from where you're watching from, and your thoughts on the market. I love to hear it all because it's cool. You got to go in the comment section. It's nice to hear all the different sentiment of the market, and yeah, so that would be cool. That would be cool. All right, I'll see you guys later on the next live stream. Peace.